So the 21st century is old enough to vote and drink. By and by, it can look forward to paying a reduced rate of insurance on its mid-sized sedan. And there is still a non-zero number of people out there who think it is a good idea to ban books. Fellow author and literary demigod Neil Gaiman has expressed his thoughts on who he thinks these people are, and I realize that I am arriving late to the party.
Don't be stupid, be a smart.
And therefore this is likely not the first source that you've consulted on this matter, but in the spirit of making sure we're all on the same page, a few days back the Board of Education of the state of Tennessee unanimously voted to remove a book called Mouse from its curriculum. A 1973 graphic novel allegorically representing the plight of Holocaust survivors with animals like cats and mice. The school board insists that its removal has nothing to do with the subject matter, that it is strictly based on the book being too harsh for younger audiences, specifically their 8th graders. They didn't like the suicide, violence, and curse words.
I'm coming, boys. Oh, boy, when things go wrong.
This might strike some folks as disingenuous, when most of them read Julius Caesar as sophomores, Romeo and Juliet as freshmen, and Lois Lowry's Number the Stars as early as 4th grade. I can't think that today's kids are less mature than we were. The ones that I've met seem to have it more together than we did, to be honest. And once again, King Solomon was wrong and there is no such thing as an ill wind that blows no good. Book bans are great for the book business. Some people buy the book out of spite. Some people have never heard of it and want to know what the fuss is about. It's terrible news for the comic books aren't books crowd, because while people spend their whole lives being afraid of imaginary things, I don't think there would be an official moratorium on an imaginary book.
Graphic novels are novels. Fight me, you will lose.
The problem is, of course, not the blow but the intent. The book ban will do what a book ban does, and probably won't hurt Mouse long term. The problem is that the reason these college-educated people gave for why this book has been outlawed are garbage. Just for example, CNBC quotes board member Tony Allman saying, and I quote, "Being in the schools, educators and stuff." College-educated persons. Being in the schools, educators and stuff. We don't need to enable or somewhat to promote this stuff. It shows people hanging. It shows them killing kids. Why does the educational system promote this kind of stuff? It is not wise or healthy. I mean, no, it's not healthy or comfortable to know that human beings are capable of doing this to other human beings. The problem is somebody did it. And if you don't know that it's possible, the brain subconsciously dismisses it as impossible. And we can't be surprised if that kind of shit happens again. In fairness, the board did swear that this has nothing to do with the Holocaust. That they are not denying the Holocaust. That if they found a material that presents it in a less graphic manner, that they would be open-minded to that.
And that whole third act has got to go. They're losing the war. It's too depressing.
The Holocaust was painful. I don't know how much farther you can get removed from the painfulness than transforming the whole story to allegory in cartoon form using a different species. If we choose to think the best of the board, and that they're not actually anti-Semites, that they really are merely looking for materials that present the subject matter in a more pain-free way, I suspect that what they mean by that is there are no pictures. Because if you really, really, really can't stand to read a graphic description, you can skip it. It's a lot harder to skip pictures. I would also argue that that's what makes Mouse so effective. There's no skimming past all the blood-curdling atrocities. However, Tennessee Board of Education, for your consideration, and you can say it was your idea, there is The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom, also a Holocaust survivor, and if there is lurking anti-Semitism around, you can't get out of it that way, because this is told from a Christian perspective. Some of them died in the Holocaust too. As mentioned, there's Lois Lowry's Number the Stars, and that's just my recalling option as an old person. At the bitter end of the day, the Holocaust is hard. It's hard to learn about, it's hard to teach. But if we stop short of teaching our kids hard stuff, we stop short of teaching our kids traumatic but valuable lessons, or
Springtime for Hitler and Germany.
you know what, why choose? Give them both. Free speech, freedom of the press, that kind of rubbish. As always, thank you for giving these videos a shot. This was kind of a weird one, not particularly well scripted. If you hated it lots, thanks in advance for your engagement. Till next time, take it easy. Loves you. Bye.
Like my channel, buy my crap, doo-dah, doo-dah. There's no time to take a nap, oh the doo-dah day. Hey!
Being in the schools, educators and stuff, we don't need... It's so poorly written. Oh my goodness.